Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? Pope Francis warns that populism is evil. This is an article actually written by my son, Bart Begley, over at his website, the Crusader Journal. Matter of fact, let's just check in on that. Here's what we're hearing, okay? Here's what the article says. I just don't, what's the deal with the infatuation? The infatuation of this Pope with Donald Trump. It's just unbelievable to me. But when you're dealing with the New World Order, which obviously Pope Francis he is definitely endorsing a globalization, a one world government, which would include a one world religion. He's constantly taking shots at Trump. Now, the article Bart wrote says Pope Francis has issued a veiled warning regarding U.S. President Donald Trump, claiming that populism is evil, while also telling the German newspapers that he also experienced moments of spiritual doubt. He goes on to tell them populism is evil and ends badly, as he said it happened in the past century. And the Pope went on to say, I don't see myself as anything special. I'm a sinner. I'm fallible. But during his first major interview with the German newspaper, Pope Francis asked whether he had ever experienced any moments in which he doubted the existence of God, to which he responded, I too know moments of emptiness. Pope Francis has often been a staunch critic of President Trump. Last month, the Pope repeated his appeal for people to build bridges instead of walls, in response to the massive backlash of the Trump administration attempts to impose a travel ban on 7 mostly Muslim countries. So as Bart is writing this here, obviously realizing that we're in a situation where there's an infatuation. I just don't see Trump going to the Vatican and actually having a meeting with this Pope. I mean, I'm not saying they won't meet if Trump is president for 8 years. Undoubtedly, he will meet the Pope, and will have to, as a show of respect between nations. But there's no love lost here. And when the Pope sits behind 30-foot walls around the Vatican, and I'm not condemning him for that, okay? But why is he turning around and condemning any nation for wanting to secure its borders, to protect its country? So there's such a dichotomy here, and there's such a convoluted approach. But we're dealing with the New World Order. Believe me, folks, when I tell you this, the Illuminati, the New World Order, was on the verge of taking over the world. And the election of Donald Trump has messed that up. Believe me, that has messed that up big time. I'll be back with more current world events and how this relates to biblical prophecy. We are living in the last days. Pray one for another and give your life to Jesus Christ. He is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Are you serious?